This is question number 1, paper 22, October, November 2012. According to this question, the diagram shows the structures A, B, and C, and also the structure that is here, it is called bolus. So the first part says identify structure A and B shown in figure 1.1a. So you can see here the structure shown here. This is the tongue. So A is tongue, and the structure that is here, it is a pipe, start of the trachea, and this start of the trachea, it controls the sound, and its name is larynx. Okay, so here they have shown the bolus, and at this time, what happens? It moves down and covers this windpipe or the trachea. So actually, the structure C is epiglottis. And what is its function? This epiglottis actually closes the windpipe. And the bolus is made by tongue and the teeth, the mastication process that occurs in the mouth. And then this bolus goes down the esophagus. So the next is the name the process that will carry the bolus to the stomach. So from here, pharynx to the stomach, bolus is moved down, and this movement is called peristalsis. This downward movement is called peristalsis. Peristalsis moves the bolus down. Describe and explain what happens to structure C when the person swallows the bolus. Where is structure C? Structure C is this. This is epiglottis, and we have to describe and explain what happens to structure C when the person swallows the bolus. So you can see in diagram 1.1 that it moves down to close the this windpipe. Okay, so that food cannot be entered into the uh, trachea, into the windpipe. So what does it do? It closes the trachea. So this is for 1 mark. But why it closes? Because it closes the trachea, that is helped by larynx, and why it is closed? To prevent the entry of food, to prevent the entry of food into the windpipe into the windpipe. So otherwise, what happened? If windpipe uh, is not closed, then there might be choking hazard. So it closes the trachea that held by larynx to prevent the entry of food into the windpipe, or in other words, you can say that to prevent the choking hazard by the food. So there are 3 marks. One mark is for that it closes the trachea. Mention the name trachea or windpipe. So 2 marks and 1 mark for mentioning that what does it do. So in this way, you can get the 3 marks. Now the fourth point, to name a process that may be taking place in the bolus. Now see, bolus is made by mastication process in the mouth, and in the mouth there are 3 salivary glands that secretes different materials, including an enzyme amylase. So when bolus is formed, then amylase is still there with the bolus because it is made due to the mastication process where saliva mixes with the bolus. So bolus contain food as well as the enzyme that is secreted from the salivary glands. And we know that we have studied that the pH of the mouth in this cavity is around 6.8, that is almost neutral, near to neutral. So if you keep these points in your mind, then you can understand that the name of the chemical process that maybe not sure that it takes place, but it may take place there because enzyme is still there with its optimum condition. As this enzyme is secreted to work at 6.8 and there is no change in pH throughout the esophagus. So from pharynx to esophagus, there is no change in pH. So amylase is active and it can digest. What kind of digestion is there? What material is digested? Definitely, it is the starch. So what happens? The chemical process that may be taking place with the bolus. This is the digestion of starch. So digestion of starch, or in other words, you can say that action of amylase on starch that is present in the bolus. But the proper name of the process is digestion, so you should write digestion. It is much better. Now describe and explain your answer to D1. As I told you that D1 is digestion process. So in this digestion process, what's going on? And it gives you how much marks? 4 marks. So how will you get this? As bolus contains amylase from saliva, So starch is digested. The starch is digested by amylase into maltose. And the pH, this celery amylase work on neutral pH. So pH is 6.8 or neutral. So it is not necessary to mention that here, but you can you can incorporate this into your answer. That salivary amylase best work in neutral pH. So in this way, you can complete your answer.